Hi, I'm Peggy Stockdale, Professor of Psychology at IUPUI. My research focuses on gender issues in the workplace, including perceptions of women as managers and leaders, issues concerning work-life flexibility that affect both women and men, career and occupational differences of women and men, and bias and discrimination against women in their work roles. My most prolific area of research, however, is on sexual harassment. Sexual harassment can range from slurs, jokes, and name-calling that aims to insult and ridicule a woman or man, or a group of women or men, on the basis of their gender, to unwanted sexual attention, such as staring at and ogling over a woman's body, repeated attempts for sexual contact that is unwanted and unreciprocated by the target, to sexual coercion, in which job-related consequences, such as getting or losing a job, is conditioned on sexual cooperation. Although the law makes it clear that sexual harassment is illegal and that employers can be held liable with significant financial penalties if they do not take adequate measures to create a harassment-free work environment or protect workers from experiencing harassment, or if they fail to have effective policies and processes in place for addressing complaints of harassment, the prevalence and severity of harassment continues to fester. Over 50% of women and about 20% of men experience some form of sexual harassment, also known as sex harassment, in any 2-year period, according to research. The recent Me Too and Time's Up social media movements shed light on the pervasiveness of this problem. Over the past 30 years, I have studied how people perceive and make sense of sexual harassment, since most people who experience harassment fail to label it as such, how harassment affects one's mental health, how men experience sexual harassment, among many other lines of inquiry. I have been a trainer and a public speaker on sex harassment and have written papers on how organizations can develop policies and practices. I have also served as an expert witness in cases alleging sexual harassment and other forms of sex discrimination. My recent research on the role of power in motivating people to sexually harass has found, for example, that when both men and women are asked to think of themselves in a powerful role, such as being a supervisor, and to having a day at work where they felt particularly powerful, they are more inclined than those in a control condition to indicate a likelihood that they would engage in sexual harassment. This effect of priming people to feel powerful particularly motivates people who might otherwise refrain from sexual harassment, such as those who have a progressive attitude towards women. And that is, those who already are sexist have a high motivation to harass, regardless of whether they have been primed to feel powerful. Moreover, we have found this effect with different construals of power. And that is, when people either feel a self-centered, egotistical form of power or an other-directed responsibility form of power, they feel more inclined to sexually harass compared to those in a control condition who are not primed to feel powerful. We're looking at why this happens and what can we do to curtail harassing proclivities of powerful people. We believe that training programs that directly focus on disrupting these effects of power will be effective. If you are interested in learning more about this research or would like to discuss training or other consultations I can provide, please contact me at the email address shown at the upper right side of this presentation. Thank you.